催を宣言する。ただし力を示せぬ弱者は国ごと消えてもらうことになる。
We must seek Jin Kazama.
The battle to decide the ranks of the new world begins now!
I was born for this. You look like bait in the mix, I get a load of this. You ain't posing no threat, and now it's obvious. After rocking a goal, I'm not anonymous.
The fighters will battle for personal glory and the fate of their countries.
I'll give Kazuya a nice smack in the face! これで全てのピースが揃った。託された希望、決して無駄にはしない。
This a new age, still a no game. Watch me pave a new way, it's a no brain. Pay your dues, only used in a cool way. Knock the screws loose, even on the good day.
人類よ、戦いに教本しろ。
We do have big old hot drop over towards Neox. Every team understanding need to pick up those points right now. Ida already starting alongside with Aura. It's going back and forth, but S2G also finding some points here. A couple knocks coming their way. But 2 eliminations so far and only lost down. This is a good result thus far for S2G. The 2 Turkish squads going head to head here.
Catch, trying to catch back up close and personal. Ooh, Kamikaze with a quick drop down. Subverts expectations on the pull. Love the movement, ready for the pre-fire as well. Oh, he's feeling himself in the finals today, Blank.
Ooh, just absolutely flubbed it around that corner there. Didn't really have much of a challenge. The faux pas coming through from Kedge. Kamikaze, though, looking on fire as per usual. Picture in picture, we got Aurora coming against Godlike. Aurora not that far behind either to hit that smash ruling. Eren down, and Kamikaze keeps lighting up this stage.
He's been a real meme machine of the competition. Great story for him as an individual with some of the plays he's been making. But like you touched on, we saw it down in the bottom left. Now we get it full screen. This is Aurora. They've had some good moves. Got to keep it consistent. That's the name of the game. Don't let things poison the well the longer today goes on. Furia showing up in the Elim feed in a fight versus Ida as well. And we go over to E Arena, clashing up close towards Flash. Turney K overwhelmed after getting one off with a pump, but he's got backline protection. Well, not for long. That's the flick back over. Schweppes goes in. Can he recover it, Blank?
Absolutely. Seems this way. Only 3 players here, as per usual, as we know. From Rondo, usually have a 3-man send-out, and 1 player will be the backup on the res, and that is Bo Z right now for Flash. Admino moves in, Reefus is down straight away. Some good shots off right there, leaving Aurora in a bit of a pickle, only 2 players alive. They're over towards the north side of Test Track, but a good showing there from Godlike. IQ inside the building as Hyunbin gets sniped out by the M24 from AKOP at range.
It's a beautiful shot. Nonshin wanted to first onto this a little bit further though. Tizzy just playing on the lip of the window here. T24 down outside, IQ trying to play off his info, bait around here just towards the other side. He's got back up in Falak. Oh, good pre-fire, expected to peek. That one's going to do a little bit of chip damage, but he wants the whole hog. Charges back in, door closed, spams around, upsets Falak on the peak, but the response comes back over from IQ, charging him down with the SMG.
Honestly, for Tizzy there, he's working no vest, no helmet, playing like he has got all the armor in the world. That's 12K, 6 bullets! Can't quite handle The jump out there, tried to go for the drop shot on that one. So easy, is good to go though. Gets the players back up and in position. But this is all the way over towards right on the north side of the map. So a bit of a journey to go. OG also popping off over towards the likes of Alula. They take a fair bit of damage there, but Tizzy's back in. Function Red Force, good to continue. E-Arena though, good start for them. We know that they like to flex out around Stadium, get themselves some eliminations where they can. Already started off in a good way over towards Flash. Those 3 points are further towards that smash rule. We have seen multiple times in international before, when we get to those finals, teams can't quite make it to get into that region of smash point on the second match. They got to be lucky. And if you want to be lucky at home, you got to join the 2026 PMWC Lucky Spin to draw for the exclusive set only available here for PMWC.
And it may be lucky for those of you at home, but it's been good decision-making and some great gunplay for OG that's made the difference coming into the early fight here versus Alula and Ida, farming themselves up to 6 elims. That's what we're talking about for all these teams. You've got to have a big performance here. But none other are beating out 4 Thrives with the 7 they've been able to farm up after shutting down, of course, Nonshin Red Force in the cheeky plays we were seeing through the windows. 4 Thrives, bro. If they can keep this up, get that nice hot hand going early, Blank, you're already about halfway there, man. Just keep working on this, keep farming up the elims. We've got a long game ahead of us. We're only 6 minutes into this game 1 on Rondo. It'd be the dream scenario to start the day. Climb as high as you can.
The Arena moving over towards Furia. They are isolated. Silence away. Ayala opens up in a big way there over towards Schweppes. Takes him down almost immediately, and that does make their lives much, much easier. Going forward, Tony K will ascend. Bullets been splashed against the wall there. As Ayala sends down, pin pulled. Ayala's going to make it confusing, make it difficult. Pin's put back in again. 2 players do step up to the plate now for Furia. The reinforcements are in. Isolated no more. Joker and Tony K will have to fight for their lives.
Close quarters combat. Nay pulled, bounced round. Not going to deal any damage though onto the Furious squad. They know how to play in these sort of lobbies with this much pressure, with Smash looming over them. They can dig their heels in deep and start to stand strong. But it's one step at a time, and E-Arena are the first challenge for them right now. It's Godlike that are also just on the periphery. Back on the other side of the bollards, throwing the nades in as well.
Kind of an interesting setup here, because they've got a big old split on over towards Testract and Neox. Very dangerous area to be in. So again, for E-Arena, you do have Schweppes as well as Mormon in the backlines in Stadium. They're waiting, poised, because they're sort of certain this fight is not going to go well. Require a bit of a sick play. It's a couple of plays from Tony K and Joker to get this working.
Tony K, he's just been arming that nade, waiting for an opportunity to get the most out of it. Yeah, quick head count on the util. He's only got 2 nades and the 1 Molotov in the back pocket. Furious starting to clear out the building. They want to go floor by floor, but they run into Joker. Good first hit. They respond back in kind. A 1-for-1 trade. And Tony K with a nade. That's one of the 2 thrown out. It was a good primer, but no direct connection. He's going to be baited down as well. Could be stung from the back here. Oh, the bounce is big. Turn around as well. So close, Black, but couldn't hit it.
So close. You can feel in that moment there was almost a clutch potential. Luckily for E-Arena, they can move back over towards Stadium, move back into the circle. But what a long journey it's going to be to get over towards Lo Hua Sing on the eastern side. 4 Thrives, though, you're right, man. What they've been doing so far is good. Kalash was talking about it earlier, wants them to be a bit more aggressive on those entries. Lurking around the outside edges a little bit too much when they have the gumption, they have the capability to play those central positions. But for E-Arena, I think they were just gambling with the points there. If they get the full 4-man flush, then massive addition to their points tally. Still, getting those 10 points isn't always easy. Doesn't always come on that first game. Nongshim coming in from that north side. S2G do have a player down in the dirt. Looking to get him res back up again, but Nongshim with a pretty decent injection on that northern side. Gives him a lot of maneuverability. A lot of capability to actually gatekeep on the northern edge if they so wish. Maintain control of some of that higher ground, some of those roads that teams will want to cross back into.
And it's almost poetic. It's been twice inside of this game. We've seen STG and Ulf going against each other. Ulf coming into it to start the day here. They were in 8th place. I believe 61 eliminations over the course of the finals. Up to that point, they were in a pretty good form when it came to fighting. They just got to maintain that pressure. 2 elims here. We've got the rotate coming over from Aurora. Furia out of the mix early though, Blank. And that's not what we expected to see.
Godlike though, 10 eliminations. You can only imagine that full squad wipe over towards Fury came through from Godlike with a small assist from 4thRize. Yeah, Godlike certainly trying to put their name on the map today, but it feels a little late for them. At 67 points, they can earn those big rankings today. Grab some more cash on board, a bit more pride for the country as well. Overall, really big step up in that last day, which is why I was saying on day one, you got to give these boys time. It's their first time at an international here at PMWC, so realistically, they just needed a little bit of acclimation, essentially. And once that was done, they looked pretty damn good going in towards the later portions of yesterday and already starting out strong here on the first game of the day. Circle continues to center up around Meiran. S2G controlling a very, very good spot. It has been good control over the center for S2G throughout the majority of games. Some very good rotates. I mean, Solke has been in the game such a long time at this point. And that veteran mindset is really coming into play here, where he's seen a lot of these circles before. He's seen a lot of these rotates. And he can really lead the team to victory. Yes, some of the gun skill maybe isn't there for this guy, but he's still giving it gas when needs be. I think Solke's had a great step up, considering the amount of time he's been in this esport.
You got a lot of talent on that roster. You can pass the baton too if you need to rely on someone for a sick play mechanically as well. So certainly armed for some good fights. Talking of which, Aurora getting line of sight over onto the Vitality migration as they wanted to make a move straight past. Few shots on target, resulting in them going down to a 3-man squadron. And Tora that also have a similar flight path back over towards the zone. I'm curious as well, bro, the push down from Nongshim Red Force, Thunderfooted their way into the zone early. I was saying the consistency of this team looked good, but it's the fact they've turned on this aggression. They're willing to fight for a good position now, Blank.
I mean, playing over towards the northeast side of Meiran, I mean, it's a bold maneuver, right? You don't try and play to hold out teams on the outer edge, but they don't get themselves too stuck into Meiran either. But they have accessibility to the rest of the zone. But this is a livable position in what is a bit of a dastardly circle. Now, E-Arena, we saw them coming in very late. They played over towards Stadium for go over the recuperate after 2 players in Tony K, as well as Joker went down to the Fury a lot. Just on the heels, though, of OG.
Mormon's going to jump out. He loves a scrap. In the meantime, the Elim feed's lighting up and the crowd's getting excited because Godlike, it looked like it was a struggle of a fight versus Ida, but they've turned it right around. They lose 1 player and are able to clean out the entire squad. So goodbye, good night, Ida. The second team to exit stage left in our opening game of Rondo. Whilst E-Arena continue to chase OG.
Yeah, keeping it pretty cool here inside of E-Arena. Smash ruling always changes how these teams play. So crazy as well. Godlike's just hit the 14th elimination on this game. They are cracking it open at the moment. Looks great to see. But yeah, for E-Arena, I do think you're getting ahead sometimes, where for this game, for them, doesn't matter so much about getting ginormous points, but what does matter is just getting enough so you open up the capability throughout the rest of the day to hit that smash. But you can get in your head about it. You absolutely can. Soka moves over towards the western side. Nongshim is extremely pleased with this shift, as they were already in Meiran, as we stated earlier. E-Arena was a little bit slow to the punch. Vitality finds the first here in top, but Axel will go down once again. Aurora has been hounding Vitality the entire game.
No punches pulled there. Clean uppercuts. And with Vitality out, they'll be able to save their mate. Get Top back on his feet, recover from this. They saw the rotation from Hora, hard committing to get past them, now trying to get into the zone themselves. Meanwhile, Nongshim Red Force actually getting vision of their entry point, and they've instantly dispatched 2 of the players. They're pincered as well, Velula on the other side. So this is a ton of info for Nongshim and some extra points.
Look at this shot from Doc. Really, really good stuff. Double spray down on the roll-up is crazy, even before they get anywhere close to the compound itself. And not a single dash of damage sent back his way. Very, very nice initial game here from Aurora, but they have a long way to go. Nick the Galaxy currently holding the backside on that southern edge. S2G blasting bullets in as Alula holds back Flash over towards the water side. Aaron out in the open, waits for the reload to come through and then makes the cross. Good timing on that one.
These two sides hounding each other the entire time on Rondo. Feels like they're mirroring each other. Ooh, Orangutan from the side getting a look in as well. Soke feels that one, gotta drop off. Meanwhile, the team with a whole load of elims and Godlike wrapping down potentially to get a bit of a scout over towards the setup from E-Arena, Blank.
E-Arena would be really bad to go out right now, and I can actually tell that E-Arena is playing fairly passive because they didn't take the opportunity, despite being ahead of OG, to hit Meiran hard. OG's actually been able to take up that position. But E-Arena, they want to live this game out. They are really giving a lot of teams liberties right now just to survive. One knock goes back over towards Godlike's way. They will reassess. But it's not carnage just yet.
No, it's not, but it is a little bit of a crowbar that's been dashed at them, slowing them down on their potential aggressive play. That was from 4 Fribes as well, by the way. And yeah, we're hyping up the Godlike maneuvers, but they're currently sat on 11 elims themselves. And if they can vie for control of a decent position off the back of this skirmish inside, hey, maybe 4 Fribes are coming alive early.
What's great for 4 Thrives, right? In PMGO Season 1, they were sort of the back seat because they came in with Smash Point very early on the first day. And I think that pressure got to them a little bit. It went all the way to match 6. They weren't able to put a lot of points, but they managed to make it through. The Arena, though, sending over. Joker does need to reinforce those backlines. Good shots from Schweppes, but immediately it's taken down by Hazaifa at distance. Manya up to the rock, but realizes he's got to push back off this one. Tony K, full broadside here. Manya should be able to pick up this flush. Good nade again, though. Now just S-Power. A lot to do, but this is the man to do it.
He's the clutch factor. Ooh, saved by the bell on the nade, so low. Able to keep his head above water for a few more seconds.
Good bounce back.
Squad,
oh my God.
Bounces over, shuts down S-Power. Salme out, Adamino, the only one left now. That deployable cover barely keeping him alive.
3 players up still for E-Arena, looking to get further into this game. Admino might be able to go for the res if he goes for it now. I think they're going to sweep round in the vehicle, try and figure out what's going on back there. S-Power still down, knocked. Schweppes moves up, goes for the drive-by, has the information, and that is Godlike out. So a good refresh on the gear, at least for E-Arena. Some more nades available, more ammo. They could swing back down towards that compound on the south side they held earlier on, because this is a hard south shift away from Meiran. E-Arena getting thrown a bone here, but still they have 3 players. They are not at full force. Let's see how they play this out.
In the midst of this, that elongated battle that's gone on the whole map here between S2G and Ulf continues, edge guarding them coming out of the blue and keeping shots on target. It's worked out slightly worse for Ulf, down to a duo, but we do say goodbye to Solke on S2G, so a triple threat remains there. There was some fighting over from Nonshin onto OG inside Meiran as well. They were taking pot shots at them, so a three-man squad living on amongst that. And 4-5's consistently keeping their head on a swivel as well. They were peppering bullets over to the E Arena encounter with Godlike. Yes, they got some knocks, but none of those converted into points.
S2G desperately trying to make the cross right now. A couple of shots, but the vehicle, it is very low HP, smoking now and on fire. They have to get out, but they're just about in the zone. Same can't be said for Ulf there, but Alula's going to continue to put the hurt on. Enigma Galaxy wanted to move around on that eastern side, see what they could pick up, but all those points have been dashed away. Still a 5-pointer on the game with the 3 players Enigma Galaxy hold. They're on the other side to E Arena. I like this though, actually. They've got Joker as well as Schweppes playing the northwest edge whilst Mormon holds down the compound. They're looking for exit frags here, Jackie.
You see the conversations there between S2G. It's an intense day. Got to clear the bag instantly off the back of a game one like that. And Mormon did set himself up just as you suspected early, and then have played a little bit more of a scouting play to keep themselves at least aware of what's occurring up between the setup of 4-5s and OG. There's been a lot of noise, a lot of free info from that.
Don't mind this too much. Just trying to create a little bit of a dip to play around as players will attempt to leave from Meiran. That's OG on the north side. Likely first to leave. It's a gamble play, but they know they're close now. They know they're close. As soon as they start getting into those placement points, they get a couple more eliminations. They're set. Their goal in this game was far easier than most. Not looking for that chicken dinner, man. Back up into Meiran. Goodness me, we went back down south, back up north, and now Schweppes has got to go pick up Mormon. Plays up by the roadside. Not definite this ends in the urban area. Enigma Galaxy might want to make a send soon. OG loses one on a knock. Not flush, though. 4-3 looking fantastic right now this game. 11 eliminations, holding a strong 2-2 split inside of Meiran, controlling both the run out from OG and scouting towards Nongshim.
With Enigma turning their attention onto Flash, you can see Schweppes had already identified their setup far over. He was waiting for an opportunity to actually shoot some bullets their way. That was the call for it. No raw connection from this. Those spots to town on the rotate with the vehicle as well. Still debating if he can actually get some pot shots here, trusting in his source from distance. And this is also amongst Alula that are pushing up onto 4-5s. They knew they were fighting OG. They took a few pot shots, but now Quick's trying to take at least a little bit more aggressive space off them.
I think we're going to see in a struggle position, and E Arena can play this very slow here. They don't have to peek too much. Ralph already down there. Should go down to the play zone. Enigma Galaxy is going to try and go for that southern push on this one. Like you said, Schweppes identified their position very early. The shots are coming through. They don't want these points to be stolen from the players inside of Meiran. Schweppes opens up, but looks like those points might be going another way. Nongshim getting some great damage, just playing into that engagement between Alula as well as Flash there. Gonna be longer nades on this one though, Jackie.
Decent shark, that one might be good. Bounces into the back, it's chip damage, but no conversion. Ooh, bursting just in front of Satan. They've got one smoke to try and pop. Hey, this is dastardly. You are trapped in a hellish position whilst the other squads are scrapping through each other, so the lobby's starting to thin here.
It's tempting for E Arena just to push this. Getting in towards 6th place, right? Very close at that point with 2 eliminations. You could just sack your game here to go for it. Joker's going to try and get a different angle on this one, move up over towards Mormon, put some more emphasis over towards Meiran. If we go a little bit further south here, the game actually does open up for E Arena mainly. 4-3s also have a good capability of leaving from this area. I wonder how many vehicles they've still got left with the tires in play. Yasser will take down Bozy, and that's the end of Flash. I mean, Nongshim Red Force has been consistently peppering that engagement, but it is Alula who's got away with the majority of the points on that one with 11.
Yeah, this There's been a lot of harassment of all of these squads from Nonshin and 4-5s, consistently taking pot shots out, making the fights more uncomfortable for either team involved. For E-Arena, if Nonshin actually keep this up in terms of a safe placement in the zone, some big plays, you might need to shut them down. Going to pull slightly away from their setup, though, centering up around the 4-5s crew of E-Arena, knowing they can advance a little bit on this.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity now for 4-5s going forward. Get a chicken dinner here. You set yourselves up to get potentially into Smash ruling by match 2, by the end of match 2. Very cool to see both E-Arena and Nongshim Red Force. None of it was small talk at the start of the day. They were certainly looking to make it very, very difficult for any other team immediately going into match 2. Putting the worry on, requiring teams to keep tabs on them, potentially even hunt them down to keep their tournament alive. Because as soon as they smash, the game's finished. There's no longer any more opportunity to rectify those mistakes from previous days. You will just be locked in where you currently stand, which is why it's such great news that 4-5s are having such a big pop-off here on game 1.
They're bringing the heat, showing that they're handy with the steal. And for Alula, try as they might to absorb points from this lobby, they're so far down that it's been uncomfortable.
What happened there?
I mean, it was danger close, mate. He got one knock onto OG, but it took down a member amongst the commotion for 4-5s.
224 netting out for Lack, like you say, a bit of an accidental play there, but not the one you want to see. You always praise Falak's gunplay. Basically a legend in close quarters, so to lose him in an urban finish, disastrous result here. Hyunbin, though, will find R3B. To send a nade over the top immediately to confirm. Is that in the window? I was going to say, that is a long lob on that one. By this time, it's a bit more difficult to hit that one. But OG lose WizGod. He's getting picked up, though, off in the distance as OG moves in, but it's Joke from the sidelines actually finding Aru. They're consistently harassing from this outside edge. Played that compound down towards the south side, and then just playing off this ridge side around the road, but, ooh, it is time to leave now.
Gonna have to force the issue, jump back behind the driving wheel and get into the zone. For OG, it's so uncomfortable because you are just being completely cut off from all angles. The back line's covered by E-Arena, nades from the front in from 4-5s. They cannot peek in any regard.
Flips.
He's going in crazy. Okay, into the building. 4-5s ready for it. Zypher strikes first. Sweep, sweeps under the rug. Goodbye, good night. T24 with a nade from the top. He sees Joker, but it's Lord that steals it from Nigma Galaxy. Nade over onto WizGod in the meantime, as well as Yasha falls to Hyunbin. It's all turning into carnage.
More man. Last left alive here. I think it's one more placing they need on this one, Jackie, as well. One more elimination would also do the trick. They want to get themselves up towards 5th place, but it would be so awful to go into match 2 1 point away from Smash ruling. Does not have a position to play, though. Everyone's completely looking his way. Might have been better to hedge his bets down towards Nigma Galaxy and just try and take a one-on-one trade. Just wonder if they actually know how many points they've currently garnered on this game and how close it gets them. You'd expect them to, right?
And honestly, for 4-5s, this probably works out in a way with that charge in.
Oh, no.
Oh, mate, the nade on Mormon. Okay, goodbye, you.
Oh, they're on it. They're on it. So it was. 6th place is fine. We're good.
Whew. They're safe for now. That's what they needed. And with Schweppes charging into that compound, he gave them some extra ammunition. They were having to make concessions, Blank. You can see about 80 rounds of 5.56 left for us. They've been able to restock up. Nonshin, though, still making plays, and they got loads of ammo to spray with. Shots down on target from XCY. Hits onto another man. OG, you have just been trapped, taking punch after punch for so long. They're punch drunk in the back line.
For Nongshim Red Force is where all the storylines converge. Chicken dinner would be ideal, but a few more eliminations and a second place would get them in towards that position. A pitched battle between Nongshim Red Force as well as E Arena going straight into match 2. Good nade over the top from AKOP, opens up the door here for them to move in. Hazaifa leaning onto this one. AKOP's down, leaving just Wizgod. Goodness me, Enigma Galaxy's still going, and it's Lord of all people. Oh, finally taken out, but top 3 now. Nongshim Red Force ever closer to a chicken dinner and set themselves up alongside with E Arena at the top.
The solo savagery was nice to watch, but now it all goes down to the 2 squads that were in a prime position on Rondo for so long. The duo of 4 Fribes versus the full force of Nongshim. They charge up onto the compound. T24 topside. Hazaifa rearming himself. Shotgun to play with if they come charging through the door. So easy. Dashes the nade onto the lower levels. Wants to ascend up. Nade in. Masking some of the sound. So easy to peek this. Looking for the third angle. Just through the window. Catches a glimpse, but they read it right. They try and keep him pinned back. He's got to heal.
XZY, got to be a good nade through the window. Good damage off the back of that one. The burst is lovely. The play zone will take down Hazaifa. And Nongshim Red Force start the day off with a chicken dinner. Can they grab another after this to close down the entire tournament? They've got Red Force, they've got Daka. This team looks good.
Nongshim have seen red, and the aggression has come out when it's needed. Fighting harder, pulling out huge eliminations on Rondo, and still playing so consistent with their setups.
I mean, a technical back-to-back as well from yesterday. Last Miramar into first Rondo. Nongshim is just a different beast coming into these last 2 days of finals. Especially coming off such a long 8-game day set into day 3. You're in the finals. It's getting nerve-wracking. You just open with a chicken dinner. These guys must be so confident.
They don't look rattled.